Hello and everyone, welcome back to the Bussey Banter. As always, I'm Jacob Bussey and welcome to the Bussey Banter. Let's get right into it. Leafs win 4-1 in one of the most intense games I've seen this season. It's probably the best overall game the Leafs have played. Let's kind of talk about the game. The Jets score within a minute. Jack Campbell looked shaky, but he really bounced back from that one goal and he stopped every shot after that. Jumbo Joe scores, and he scored a beautiful wraparound on Connor Hellebuyck, and he set a new franchise record for the oldest player to score as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Unbelievable, 41 years of age. That's just incredible that he's still performing at that age. Marner scored off a weird bounce. It was shot in. It was Haller Muzzin shot the puck in, and it took a funny bounce off the corner and came out front. Hellebuck's already on his way to go play the puck behind the net. And it just bounces out in front, and Marner's there to tap it in to give the Leafs a 2-1 lead. Leafs killed off a bunch of penalties, and this was a chippy game. Tavares scored again tonight, making his goal streak to 4, I believe. 4 or 5, actually. He's doing pretty well so far. And Kerfoot gets the empty netter, giving the Leafs the 4-1 win, outscoring the Jets 9-4 in the past series, 2 games, and huge 4 points against the Jets, who now are about 3.5 games behind the Leafs. Now let's talk about the game. This game was chippy from the beginning. Oh my goodness. The amount of hits Sandin leveled Blake Wheeler leveled him in the corner. Big hit by the young defenseman. Immediately was a reaction after that, and he stood up to the task. And then Joe Thornton and Nick Ehlers, they got into it. They were in it against each other the whole game. And they were chippy and they were throwing words. Joe Thornton came out of the penalty box, and then him and Ehlers had their little moment, and then they went right back into the penalty box. Wayne Simmons and Pierre-Luc Dubois were both kicked out of the game with misconducts after chirping each other on the benches, and it was a playoff experience if I had ever seen a game. I wish there were maybe a little bit more fights, but my point is the Leafs got the 2 points, I guess the 4 points in this case with the 2 games, and they continue to play strong and continue to dominate against teams in which they need to dominate against. Teams like Ottawa and Vancouver are a different case. With Montreal's loss tonight, however, the Flames are coming back within playoff contention, and I've said this multiple times. Montreal does this every single year. They do really well in the beginning, and then they fizzle out at the end. And the Flames do it again, where they start off really poorly and they do really well at the end. The coaching change may have been a big difference. Anyways, this was one of the best games I've seen so far as a Leaf fan. The power play was okay. The penalty kill was fantastic. The goaltending was strong after that first mishap. The forechecking, the back checking, the hitting, the everything, in my opinion, was well. And this was what a playoff team, this is what a Stanley Cup contender team looked like tonight. And if they can play like this every single game, they will be a Stanley Cup contender. And I know it's easier said than done. We'll play like this every single game. Well, that's tough. Sure, it's tough. But you're a professional hockey player for the Toronto Maple Leafs. You better know how to play well. So, in my opinion, this was the best game to watch. Not if you're a Jets fan. Sorry, Jesse Pollock. But if you're a Leaf fan, this is one of the greatest games. And the Leafs dominated the Jets in this 2-game series. And yes, Jack Campbell has now won 2 in a row. His confidence seems to be back, which is huge. And now all we need to work on all the Toronto Maple Leafs need to work on is making sure Dave Riddick is good. Defense was stellar. Offense was fantastic. Goaltending was out of this world. I couldn't be happier. Leafs win 4-1. And until next time, they play the Montreal Canadiens 4 times. They have 4 more games against the Montreal Canadiens, which could be an extremely important 4 games for the Montreal Canadiens in the playoff race, knowing where they are right now and knowing what they need to do. So thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow on IG, Jacob_Bussey99. I got lots of sports content. Thank you once again to all my subscribers who tune in and listen. I appreciate every single one of you. Until next time, enjoy. And this has been the Bussey Banter.